I'm Ariel. I live off-grid in the mountains of northern Wyoming, and I live in a tiny house on wheels that is named Fy Nyth, which is Welsh for my nest. I've been living in Wyoming for about 10 years now, and I think it's always felt like home to me, because for me, home is a place that is somewhere you can be comfortable and relax and enjoy whatever you're doing, and that's how I have always felt since my first trip to Wyoming. I think living in the mountains is peaceful and relaxing. I find grizzly bears and moose more relaxing than people in traffic in general. So living off-grid does involve some extra work, and for me that includes everything from having to carry water to fill my water tank so that when I turn on the faucet there is something there, dusting snow off the solar panels when it snows in the winter, when it's cloudy too many days in a row I have to start my generator to charge my batteries back up, I have to split and carry firewood to keep the stove going, and I have to empty my composting toilet. For me, the things that I really enjoy are raising my own food, gardening, animal care. I like pickling, canning, preserving, drying, and I really like cooking, so a lot of my life is centered around being able to have the time to do my own food production instead of having the money to be able to pay somebody else to do it for me. And then I like to just enjoy natural beauty, whether it's going to look for animals to photograph or taking a hike through flowers or up to a mountain peak. I also like having time to sit at home and read a book, those kinds of things. Most of my hobbies are not very expensive things, so my life is geared more toward giving me the time rather than giving me the money to do what I want. I like living here in the mountains because I really enjoy things like backpacking, wildlife photography, skiing, sometimes bouldering, hiking, all of those things, and they're best done in big, wide open spaces. I think my favorite thing about wildlife photography is that photography can be a little bit like a time machine. I get to freeze that thing that I saw just for a split second, that one expression or that one bit of light or whatever, and be able to share it with other people later. Around my home, probably the most frequent, biggest visitor is moose. They come right up to the house, sometimes sleep with their backs up against it. I also have grizzly bears, black bears, wolves, elk, deer, and lots of smaller things like owls, eagles, pine martens, squirrels, etc. that all travel in and around and through this area right past my house. I think the best part of living off-grid is the freedom to be independent of other people, and the freedom to do the things the way I like them, freedom financially that the lower expenses give me, and sometimes it's the freedom to do a lot more work than everybody else.